Good morning. I want to talk about names of towns. Dr. Largo on the Old World Florida YouTube channel was talking about Florida having a lot of biblical names. Well, when we think about who wrote our history, of course, the biblical names are going to be part of their script. Now, here in Pennsylvania, we have Zion, Adam, Moon, Mars, uh, 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 Paradise, the list goes on. But the people that named these towns also, of course, had a sense of humor because in Pennsylvania we have Blue Balls, which is very close to intercourse. In Georgia, there was Cumming, which was also close to climax. So, when you think about the names of these cities and towns around, the world, they're all the same names because they have no creativity. Just like you have a Rome, Georgia, an Athens, Georgia, an Athens, Pennsylvania, a Rome, Pennsylvania. I mean, the the copying of these names is on and on. And then you have these people out here that still believe that these uh, whatever they want to call Tartarian buildings, Roman buildings, are these beautiful buildings, when in my opinion, they look more like Gotham City, a very dark time in our history with a lot of slave labor being used by these giants. Um, so these names that are supposedly biblical, well, you have to realize that these same people have been in control of the written word for a very long time, so you continually see the same name after name. Now, he was talking about that the Gulf being this fertile place. Well, you have to remember Galveston, uh, Mobile, New Orleans, all these towns that are around that Gulf. Well, there are thousands of oil um, pads out in the ocean, these big, huge uh, places, that they're out there just putting major toxins into the water. Same thing with the sugarcane industry. And in the Gulf, I mean, there's no even natural reef because of all the toxins that are being pumped into the Gulf. So, they're having to build reefs with tires, old school buses, cars, you name it, because it's a sandy bottom. Because underneath there is a very, very large coliseum. And in the Turks and Caicos area, there's a 5,000 foot wall that goes down there, um, where the pirates used to stand on that wall and, hold a lantern for safe harbor, so because they knew that the ships would crash on that wall. Well, there's over 40 different islands that aren't even on Google Maps. They always want to talk about that Atlantis is in that region. Well, no, Lemuria was in that region because they have flip flopped everything. North is south, south is east, everything is backwards, right is left, different names, they've renamed everything. So everything that we see written was part of their script that they've been replaying over and over. And it's hard for people to believe things that aren't written down, that they can't see with their own eyes. I mean, Florida had mountains. So, I don't know what to tell these people. They're just stuck in their own, time loop, but whatever. All right, take care.